Hi, my name is Rashida. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I have 7 self-care tips for you guys. I decided to compile a list of things that cost no money or very little money since we are in interesting times. The unemployment rate is crazy high and some of us aren't making as much as we're used to, and things are just different. So I want to share with you guys 7 tips, 7 things that keep me grounded during this time, and hopefully it'll help you out. So the first tip is to just simply make time for self-care and protect that time. If you say, you know what, every Thursday for 1 hour, I'm going to take some time for myself, then pick a time every Thursday between 4 and 5 p.m. Just take that time for yourself. When I do self-care, I'm nowhere to be found. My phone is on D&D, or I talk to people that make me feel good. I stay off of Instagram during that time, unless Instagram is part of your self-care. For me, there's just so much trauma porn on the internet right now that staying off of Instagram for 24 hours for once a month helps me out. It helps clear my mind and, gets me grounded. The second tip is to sleep. And this is coming from someone who can only sleep from 4 to 6 hours at a time, but your girl will take a nap, okay? And if you're waiting for a sign to take a nap, this is it. Take that nap, sis. After you finish watching this video, sharing it with all your friends, and subscribing. Sleep is so important for your mental and physical health. And sometimes it feels like we're so busy we don't have time to sleep. But you work better when you're well rested. Make time to sleep, take that nap, and get yourself nice and refreshed. And for me, sometimes when I'm really stressed out, after I take a nap, my problems don't seem that bad. So hopefully that helps you. The third tip is to watch what you're putting into your body. So I'm team eat healthy, and I know we're supposed to push that, especially as healthcare providers, but I'm also team eat whatever you want sometimes, okay? Like, I am a chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream connoisseur, as well as a vanilla cake with vanilla ice cream connoisseur. So as much as I try to prioritize eating healthy, sometimes I need some guilt-free, unhealthy eating. And I say guilt-free because I'm not gonna beat myself up about it if I'm eating it, because then that wouldn't be self-care. And eating healthy makes you feel good, and also drinking lots of water. I've seen things online that talk about how sometimes you're just in a bad mood because you're dehydrated. So drink some water. That also helps improve your mood. I have friends that do detox water. I like lime in my water. Whatever you can do to get yourself increase that water intake, just do it. Be really intentional about what you put into your body, because that can affect your mood as well. And the fourth tip, after you're done eating all that ice cream and cake, be active. Try to be active for at least 30 minutes a day. I know we're all tired of those at-home workouts, but those are helpful. And then also just maybe taking a walk. TikTok's canceled, but learning some Instagram dances or whatever platform people are using these days to do these viral dances. Just be active for 30 minutes. Take a walk, take a hike. During this quarantine time, I've discovered so many cool places to hike, and I enjoy jogging, so I usually go to a track or I'll go out and hike. I just relocated to Philly, so I definitely have some exploring to do to see where I can hike out here. But I've done some jogging and walking around my new neighborhood, so that's how I stay active. But to each their own. There might be something that you enjoy doing that's active. I know it's a little harder now with the gyms being closed or at limited capacity, but just do what you can to be active for just 30 minutes a day, and it'll definitely improve your mood. Tip number 5 is to meditate or stay in prayer. I've read some studies about how meditation and prayer can help improve your mental health and your mood, and that's regardless of your religious affiliation or spiritual beliefs. It just keeps you grounded, it keeps you present, and there's something about that that makes people happier with that Because if you're present, if you're living in the now, you're not worrying about the future, and you're not feeling some type of way about the past. You're just here now. So that's something that I definitely implement. I actually used to meditate way more than I do now, but I stay in prayer very often. I actually have this UCLA website that I'll put in the description below. And on that website, there's guided meditations, and they're as short as 3 minutes. I think the longest one on there is like maybe an hour or so. But I never got that advanced. I would usually do like 10 minutes of that. But you know, if you have 3 minutes to spare, you can meditate during that time, and that has been scientifically proven to improve your mood. So that's something to look into during this quarantine time, since most of us are at home anyway. Tip number 6 is something that I do really often, and that's to practice gratefulness. And that's also something that's evidence-based practice. It's just proven to improve your mood. If you think about things that you're grateful for, you just attract more things that are good. So sometimes I'll think of 5 things that I'm grateful for, or I'll ask my friends, what are 5 things that you're grateful for? And that helps keep a positive mindset. Sometimes the reason why we don't feel so good is because we're consistently thinking and speaking negatively. So that's something that I do personally, especially if I'm upset. Then I just think of 5 things that I'm grateful for, and then over time it just gets easier to point out those little things that we don't really think about often. Sometimes you sit back and you're like, wow, I'm super blessed. And my final tip is to journal, which kind of goes hand in hand with number 6, because you can journal 5 things that you're grateful for. But the way that I journal is sometimes I'll write prayers in there, or sermon notes, or just how I'm feeling. If I'm super overwhelmed, sometimes getting on paper personally helps me, because now it's on paper and I don't have to think about it anymore. Journaling things that annoy you can help get them out of your mind, and journal things that make you happy can help you think more positively. So that's another tip that I have, and it's my final tip. So thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any self-care tips that won't break the bank, definitely leave them in the comments below, or DM me. I'm always looking for ways to implement self-care and self-love. Thank you again. Please share, subscribe, share this video with your friends, watch my other videos, and tune in next week.